All right, we're getting ready to put some plate switches on finally, and thought I would point out a couple tricks of the trade here. With the laser lines up, we can see quite the difference in the red and the green. The Dovo in the green, and there's a link in the description for a discount code, and then the red is the Bosch. And you can definitely tell the difference in the brightness, and they look dead level, so that's good. But on these boxes, you gotta always control your level lines, and that has to be done during framing, because that axis, we'll make sure they all hit. That axis up and down and left and right means you have to cut out a hole, refinish it, move it, etc. The depth inside and out, that's part of the finishes during the design phase, where you estimate, are you going to do 5/8 sheetrock, a type X? Does it need to be potentially have another finish like tile, or is it fire rated for 2 hours, so you actually have 2 layers of type X? And that's something that you can change without having to deal with cutting this all out because of the depth. Should you find yourself with a box that's in the wall, you can use a box extender like this plastic. The NEC code actually allows you to use almost as many as you want, so as long as they continuously connect all throughout the wall. And that's great. The only downside, well, there's a couple downsides, but the big downside to this is it does get more narrow in the back. So it does get to be a little bit of a pain when you're trying to cram the receptacles in. Also, these are great. Just found these recently, well, a couple projects ago, but more recently. Actually just solid box extenders, which are great as they're nice and solid, so that when you do screw your receptacle in, it gets a nice bite, and that way when you're using it and you're pulling your plugs in and out, these receptacles aren't moving. And that's a super big pet peeve to me, because in the past we used to just use these, and you would stack these, and these are great up to a certain point, and then they get a little wily if you're too deep. But and then what's great about these is if the box is rotated in the wall, you have a little bit of wiggle room where you can put 1, 2 here, 1 here, etc., etc. But anyway, this is really great if you're doing different details. Especially, I like to do a lot of insulation details, and these help me out at the finish phase, because I can just throw these in and then it makes up the difference for me. A good trick though is don't even consider the screw lengths that are coming with your receptacles. Just go buy a box of machine screws, number 6. 32 is the thread per inch, so it's number 6, 32. That's going to fit with all your box receptacles. All right, so we're getting this right tightened up, and we'll move on. Probably some more of the laser projects in a little while. But as far as daylight and brightness, this is really great. So, all right, check back later. Cheers.